So in the previous video we have discussed about fraction percentage table and some examples of it, that how to use the fraction percentage table. But I'm sure you must be having one question in mind, that alright, if it is increasing by 100%, there is a decrease by 50%. If there is an increase by 50%, then there is a decrease by 33.33%. But what if the value given in your question is not out of these fraction percentage table? Okay, for example, if there is any increase of 40%, then what will be the respective decrease? In that case, what are we going to do? Okay, so I'm sure this must be a question with you with respect to my previous lecture. Okay, so that doubt I will clarify in today's lecture. So I welcome again all of you to the fifth tutorial of percentage, and in this tutorial we are going to discuss about if percentage increase is given, then how to calculate percentage decrease. Okay, especially if those percentages are not part of the fraction percentage table. All right, so here we have example. Suppose if A is X% more than B, yeah, you again, as I said earlier also, if you say more, you say increase, it's one of the same thing, right? So A is X% more than that of B, then B is less than A by what? And it is, I hope you understand that it is quite obvious that if A is more, B is less, so from A to B we decrease, and from B to A we have to increase. Correct? So question says A is X% more, B is less. Okay, let me ask this question to you. Can I say if A is X% more, then B is X% less? Can we say that? You are correct. We cannot say that if A is X% more than B, then B is X% less than A. We have discussed this in our previous lectures, that for same set of numbers A and B, for same set of numbers, percentage increase is not equal to percentage decrease. I hope you remember this. I'm reminding you again, I'm repeating this again for you. Percentage increase and decrease is not same for same set of values. It could be A to B and then B to C, so it might be same, it might not be same. I cannot comment, we cannot comment on that unless we see the numbers in questions. Okay, but for same set of value, we can assure, we can guarantee, we can be very firm, we can be very clear about the fact that percentage increase and percentage decrease value will not be same for same set of values. For A and B it will not be same. Great. Okay, so if A is X% more, right, in that case what happens? So if A is X% more than B, then we'll say B is less than A by X upon 100 plus X%. Okay, let me give you an example and show with the example here. So if I say A is 40% more than B, okay, then of course B is less, right? B is less. So B is what percent less than A? That's the question. B is less, but by what percent? So we can assume some numbers, we can take some assumption and we can find that also, but we can also use this expression. This is a beautiful expression. You all should remember this expression. It's an amazing expression to make your calculation shorter. So if A is 40% more than B, then B is what percent less than A? If A is 40% more, so this, as per the expression given, we count this 40 to be X, right? So B is less by what percent? By what percent? You will say X is equal to 40, replace here, replace x is equal to 40, what will you get? We will get 40 upon 100 plus 40 into 100, right? That means this is 40 upon 140 into 100. Okay, simplify this, you will get 2 by 7. 2 by 7. What is 2 by 7? Tell me the percentage value of 2 by 7. Come on, tell me the percentage value of 2 by 7. Tell me the percentage value of 2 by 7. Look at this. 1 by 7 is what? 14.28%. 1 by 7 is what? 14.28%. So 1 by 7 is what? 14.28%. You can simplify this also. You can say 2 into 100 is 200, and then 200 you can divide by 7 and you can calculate the value. But I prefer that if I remember, if I know what is 1 by 7 is, 1 by 7 into 100 is, yeah, if I remember this, yeah, this is what in the world people are calling it shortcut or Vedic mathematics or so and so. If you remember certain results, it will make it easy for you to do further calculation. So I remember this calculation. So 1 by 7 into 100 is 14.28%. So 2 into 14.28, I know table of 2. So I can simply multiply this. 14 2s are 28, and here we'll say 28 double is 56. So here I have 28.56%. Okay. Yes. So here what do we understand? What do we understand here? Let me repeat this. What do we understand here? We understand if A is 40% more than B, then B is 28.56% less than A. Okay. Yeah, this is what you get. So once again we prove that percentage increase or percentage more cannot be equal to percentage less or percentage decrease for same set of values like A and B, B and A. It has to be different, and moreover percentage increase will be always more than percentage decrease, will always be more than percentage decrease for same set of values, right? Increase, you positive, decrease is negative, right? And we all know that in life positive things, or rather I would say negative things attract faster than positive, isn't it? Yeah, you get attracted to negative things faster. Yeah, bad habits faster, right? Sleeping longer, or having say maybe not studying and leisure time, and maybe say procrastination, right? So that those things attract faster than positive, that doing hard work, hitting to the gym, or maybe studying longer, correct? So that way you can relate that percentage decrease, this is less than percentage increase. Yeah, to have the same value you need to apply. So you can see here, to have the same value you just need to decrease it by 28.56%, but to get the same value you need to increase that by 40%. Yeah, understood? I hope that's clear. So this is what this expression is about. If A is x% more than B, then B is less by what? X upon 100 plus X into 100%. How will you remember this formula? Let me show you how will you remember this formula. So tell me one thing. If we have to keep this X, if it is given that it's X% more and you need to find less, so you have to keep numerator same, X as it is, right? X%, or I can also say this is what? This is nothing but X upon 100. Yeah, I hope ये याद रहेगा. X%, you remove the percentage sign, you make it X upon 100, correct? Now I have to keep this numerator which is X same, right? Now to have decrease, that means less value, decrease means less value. If I increase the denominator, the value will automatically be less. This is just a trick to remember, okay? This is just a trick to remember. Don't find this to be a derivation, alright? Just a trick to remember. If it is x by 100 more, then it will be x upon 100 plus x less. X upon 100 plus x less. Now to convert that into percentage, we multiply by 100. Okay, that's how you can remember this. Similarly, we also have if A is less. Now what is given to you? You have been given less. If x% less is given, then the other value should be more. Okay, so now if you understand my previous trick to remember this comparison, x% more, so x upon 100 plus x% less. So with this trick you can easily say, okay, it is less by what? Less by what? Less by 100, x by 100, yeah, less by x by 100. Then it should be more. To make it more, if you have to keep numerator same, to make it more, you should reduce the denominator. Okay, let me know in the comment that if it is difficult for you to understand, please let me know in comment. I will try to make it further easy for you, but I hope that this is quite understand that. ये बात समझो यार. If numerator is less, the entire value will be more. देखो समझो इसको. Half, you understand, half is 50%. 1/3, so which one is more? Half is more or 1/3 is more? Of course, half is more. Why half is more? It's 50, yeah, if 50%, or if you use the decimal, then it is 0.5, it's half, and 1/3 is less because it is 0.33, it is 1/3 of the actual value, right? So if denominator is more, value will be less. If denominator is smaller, value will be more. So if you want to find out more, make denominator smaller. How will you make it smaller? By subtracting x. Okay, why do we have to subtract x, only x? यार ये अभी तो बता रही है, ये ट्रिक है, इसमें कुछ डेरिवेशन नहीं है. ओके, दिस इज जस्ट टू रिमेंबर. ओके, वी कैन प्रूव दिस फॉर्मूला, बट ट्रस्ट मी, इट्स नॉट नीडेड. यू आर गोइंग टू आंसर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम, ऑब्जेक्टिव एग्जाम. यू डोंट हैव टू गो थ्रू द एंटायर डेरिवेशन. इसको सीधा आप याद कर सकते हो. ओके, so if it is x% less, then for more you need to decrease the denominator. You make it x upon 100 minus x into 100. This is for the percentage. All right. So let me give you one example here. If percentage decrease is given, then how to find percentage increase? Let's say this is one example. Sean's salary is 60% less than John. Then John's salary is what percent more than Sean? Okay. So what is given to us? Given to us is less. Less is what? X%, or rather let me say 60% less is given. What do we need to find? We need to find more. More कैसे निकालेंगे? We will make it easy. 60 by 100, and we remember that if I need to make it more, the denominator should be less. Denominator should decrease. Okay, and as per the formula, I will use the 60 again. So minus 60 into 100. Okay, the calculation is 60 upon 40, right, into 100. Correct. Okay, this makes it quite easy. We simplify. 0 0 and then 2 3s are and 2 2s are. Correct. So 3 by 2 into 100. Tell me, what is 3 by 2 into 100? Do I need to show the calculation for this? No, you are, all of you are quite smart, right? So this is 3 by 2 is 1.5, right? So 1.5 is 150%. You can cancel 2 and 100, you will find 50. 50 into 3 is 150. So 150%. Okay. So what's the answer? The answer is 150%. How do I write? How will I write here? So we say Sean's salary is 60% less than John. Then John's salary is 150% more than Sean. मतलब Sean का जो salary है which is less, उसको आप 150% से increase करेंगे, then you are going to get the salary of John. Okay. I hope that this example is clear. Let us solve more question. As I always say, keep practicing, and I'll keep solving more questions to you for understanding of concepts. So I have got a couple of questions here. I have got some 5 questions, 6 questions here. Let's simplify this. So first question number 1 is, if John's salary is 10% more than Sohan, then how much percentage is Sohan's salary less than that of John? So can we quickly jump to the calculation? Yes? Yeah? Give it thumbs up if you feel that we can quickly jump to the calculation. Yeah? Do you have like button and thumbs up? Just quickly give thumbs up and then tell me if you are okay me going for the solution directly. Okay. So John salary is 10% more than, so क्या given क्या है? देखो given क्या है? You have been given more. How much more? 10% more. What do we need to find? We need to find less. Okay, we need to find less. Now this 10% is part of fraction percentage table, huh? But here I will use this formula. Both of them are going to get you same answer. It's maths, right? You use correct method, you are going to get same answer. Okay. So we need to find out less. So more, what is more? 10 upon 100 if I remove the percentage sign. To find less, what do we need to do? To make it less, we need to increase the denominator. Increase the denominator, right? To find it less, we need to increase the denominator. So less would be what? 10 upon 100 plus 10 into 100. Correct? We need to increase the denominator. So this become what? 10 upon 110 into 11. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. 1 upon 11. 1 upon 11 is how much? 1 upon 11 is how much? Fraction percentage table. Come on. By now you must by heart. You must have by hearted fraction percentage table. 1 upon 11 into 100 is how much? Absolutely right. 9.09%. And I will be happy if you got this answer before me writing the answer. I'll be really happy. I'll be really happy teacher. Okay. In fraction percentage table also you can see. In fraction percentage table also you can see. If more is given to be 10%, we need to find out less, and for less we go down in the table. Down in the table. मतलब इसका next value क्या है down in the table? 1 upon 11. So this should be less. So 10%, for every 10% increase there should be 9.09% decrease. Okay. We got question number 2. Here it says, if A's income is 40% less than B, then B's income is more. Obviously, if again given, if A's income is given less, what do we need to find? We need to find more. So what percent less is given? 40%. Tell me the fraction value of 40%. 40 upon 100, right? We need to find more. So for more, do we increase the denominator or decrease the denominator? Denominator, yeah, नीचे वाला value. If you need to find more, you need to decrease the denominator, then you will find more. Correct? इसमें confuse नहीं होना, थोड़ा confusion होगा, but you need to think carefully. To increase the value, decrease the denominator. To decrease the value, increase the denominator. Okay. So here more कैसे होगा more बताओ? Decrease the denominator. Okay. If I forget, then you people have to remind me. Okay. So 40 by 100 minus 40 into 100. Okay. So this become what? 40 upon 60 into 100. How much is that? Tell me how much is that? This is 2 by 3. What is 1 by 3 ka fraction percentage? 1 by 3. Rewind. I hope you are making notes. Yeah, as I said, when you are watching my lectures, make sure that you have got pen paper with you so that you can keep making notes. So 1 by 3 is 33.3. Multiply by 2 will become how much? 66.66%. I am not going to go in detail of calculation. Calculation you should do by yourself by now. Okay. And if you're finding calculation difficult, please write in the comment box. I will do the calculations also for next lectures. Okay. Although I seek for your cooperation, your coordination. If you want to learn more, make sure that you are doing this small calculation by yourself. And please point out in comment box if I'm making some mistake in calculation. यार देखो मैं भी human हूँ, so I'm also इंसान, right? I may make mistake in that, okay? Although I try doing accurate as much as possible. Next question. Question number 3 is, if A is 20% of C and B is 25% of C, then what percent is A and B? अभी increase और decrease की दुनिया से हम लोग बाहर आ गए and we got something new, and here I am going to give you, it's called the next concept. The concept is A is 20% of C, B is 25% of C, then A और B को compare करना है. Okay, so the concept here is, the trick here is, ये आप लोगों को इसको अच्छे से लिख लेना है, इस टिप को अच्छे से लिखना है. ओके, द टिप हियर इज, इफ द एंटायर, आई एम गोइंग टू यूज दिस टिप इन फ्यूचर क्वेश्चंस आल्सो, सो प्लीज नोट दिस. एंटायर क्वेश्चन इज इन परसेंटेज फॉर्म एंड आंसर इज आल्सो इन परसेंटेज फॉर्म. देन for shortcut, for the sake of shortcut, we can assume numbers, or rather I would say number instead of variables. ओके, वेरिएबल नहीं, हम लोग वेरिएबल अज्यूम करके भी वी कैन गेट द आंसर, बट आई सजेस्ट टू यूज नंबर्स दैट विल मेक कैलकुलेशन फास्टर फॉर शॉर्टकट. ये शॉर्टकट का तरीका है. सो अगर आप 10th का एग्जाम आंसर कर रहे हो, 12th का एग्जाम आंसर कर रहे हो, डू नॉट यूज शॉर्टकट, यूज दिस शॉर्टकट टू मैनेज योर टाइम वेल इन द एग्जाम फॉर ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप क्वेश्चंस. ओके, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट एक्स्ट्रा मार्क्स फॉर एक्स्ट्रा स्टेप्स, राइट? ओके, कमिंग बैक टू दिस. ऑलराइट, कमिंग बैक टू दिस. हाँ, सो क्या दिया है? A इज 20% ऑफ C, तो एंड B इज 20%. अब यहाँ पे आपको बेस वैल्यू फाइंड करना है, समझो यार, बेस वैल्यू. यू नीड टू फाइंड बेस वैल्यू हियर. A इज कंपेयर्ड विथ C, B इज ऑल्सो कंपेयर्ड विथ C. सो B इज द बेस वैल्यू, सॉरी, C इज द बेस वैल्यू. C is the base value here. So I will assume C as a number instead of any variable. So let's say C is 100. It's easy to assume 100 because you know we are doing percentage and every number is 100% for itself, right? So assuming 100 is easier. So if I say C is 100, tell me what is A. A is 20%. That means, tell me, calculation sake, 20% of C, right? This is C, which I am replacing with 100 because I assume C equal to 100. And B equal to what? B equal to what? 25% of C, 25% of C, and I am replacing C with what? 100. Tell me the value. Tell me what is A. A comes out to be, A comes out to be 20, and B comes out to be how much? 25. Now it will become easy for me to do further calculation. Yeah, where I can easily do what percent is E of B. अब यहाँ पे देखो, now look at this, यहाँ पे your B is the base value. Okay, you need to compare A with B, so B is the base value. What percent is A of B? So B is the base value, right? तो आपका कैलकुलेशन कैसा होना चाहिए? A upon B into 100. Okay, now we are coming into some random concepts of percentage. Okay, so here this become A, which is 20, and B, which is 25. Trust me, if you go through all my lectures, you don't need any extra classes or anything. I think this will be good enough, and still if you need, you can get in touch with me. I will provide my WhatsApp number in the next lecture. Okay, not in this one, but bear with me right now here. Simplify. 5 4s are 5 5s are 4 by 5 into 100. 1 by 5 into 100, fraction percentage. 1 by 5 into 100, correct, 20%. So 4 into 1 by 5 into 100, this I am writing for you to understand. Otherwise I would have directly said what? 4 into 20%. This also I will not write because I need to save time. So 4 into 20 is how much? 80%. So what's the answer? Answer is 80%. What's the answer here? Answer is 80%. Answer is here 80%. ये आपका आंसर हो गया 80%. Alright. Chalo, with this, let's move to the next question. If you have any difficulty, any doubt, you can pause. You can look at the explanation. You can rewind the video also. Let me jump to the fourth question now. I hope all of you are with me here. Okay. Fourth question is if the price of petrol increases by 50%, then what percent of consumption should reduce not to increase in expenditure? एक काम करते हैं, ये तो आप बहुत इजीली आंसर कर दोगे. कैसे इजीली आंसर कर दोगे? पेट्रोल इंक्रीज इज गिवन टू बी 25%. करेक्ट. फ्रैक्शन परसेंटेज टेबल, यू नीड टू फाइंड डिक्रीज. गिवन क्या है? इंक्रीज ऑफ प्राइस, सो कंजम्पशन शुड डिक्रीज. 25% इज पार्ट ऑफ फ्रैक्शन परसेंटेज टेबल. ये तो काफ़ी ईजी हो गया. 25% more, so to find it less, go to the next step of your fraction percentage value down. Next step down, that will be how much? This will be 20% if you get to see in the fraction percentage value. Alright. Okay, but I would like to change this question because थोड़ा formula भी use करें ना हम लोग, जो हम लोगों ने discuss किया है. Okay, let me say this is for example 35%. Okay, this is not part of the fraction percentage. Then how will you manage? You can use the same formula. Percentage, one will increase, the other will decrease. If the price increases, the quantity or the consumption should decrease to keep expenses same, constant. Okay, I am using a lot of short notes here. Please understand, I am a maths teacher, so let's focus on calculation. Okay, so increase is given to be how much? Increase is given to be how much? 35%. We need to find क्या करना है? Find करना है decrease. देखो कितना सुंदर हो जाएगा. So beautiful. I won't say so elegant. Okay, so increase is given as 35 by 100, right? Decrease, you need to find out decrease. To decrease the value, increase the denominator. To decrease the value, increase the denominator. Remember that. So decrease the value, increase the denominator. 35 by 100. Increase the denominator. Increase the denominator. Increase the denominator. And you don't need to remember by what value. 35 है ना, उसी से increase करना है. Okay. So this is going to get me 35 by 135 into 100. If I simplify this, I'll get the decrease in the consumption so that expenditure remain constant. Okay. For you, let me simplify this. This is 5 से cancel करते, 5 sevens are here, and this is what? 5 twos are 10 and 5 sevens are, so 7 upon 27 into 100. Okay, you can simplify this part and see how much does it give you. Okay, you can simplify this part. You can say this is 7 by 27 and multiply by 100 is going to get you 25.9 something percent here, if you make it like this. Great. Okay, this is your answer. Okay, so for increase of 35% there should be decrease of what? 25.92%. Okay, अगर आपका ये decrease value ज़्यादा आता है ना, so you need to look at your calculation, somewhere you have done wrong. Okay, so make sure that your decrease value should be less than increase value. Okay. Okay, yes, thank you so much for being with me. And then this is second last question of the lecture. Yes, second last question of the lecture. So here we have, if the price of the tomato decreases by 25%, what is the consumption increase? अरे ये तो फिर से सेम क्वेश्चन हो गया. ये तो बहुत ही ईजी वाला क्वेश्चन है. प्राइस में यहाँ पे डिक्रीज दिया है, क्वांटिटी में इंक्रीज फाइंड करना है. Okay, so that the consumption remain constant, the expenses remain constant. Decrease is given to be 25%. So increase 25% is part of the fraction percentage table. If you feel that I am going with fast pace, you're watching this in a video platform, right? You always have an option to set the speed. You can decrease the speed and then you will find my pace slower. Okay. Well, coming here, given that 25% decrease is given, so for every 25% decrease you will find 33.33% increase. Okay, by using the fraction percentage table, if given is 25% decrease, so for increase you have to go up. ये arrow से समझो यार, increase के लिए up जाना है, decrease के लिए down जाना है. Okay, so one step up. The answer is what? 33.33%. So I hope you are convinced with me that such easy questions you can attempt by using fraction percentage table. So answer is 33.33%. No calculation is needed. That's my answer. Okay. And if the number is changed, you know how to do it. Use these formulas. Let me show you last question of this lecture, that is sequential increase decrease. If sequential increase decrease is given, then what to do? Here I am going to take help of these formulas. Decrease is given, x% decrease minus x%, x% increase plus x% with 100, right? So here I have this. So population, now read this question. The population of town is 1,44,000. It increases by 5% for first year. Second year decrease by 10%. Again increase by 15%. Find the third year. Okay. You know what? People usually make one mistake, common mistake, and I want my students not to repeat that mistake. लोग क्या करते हैं पता है? 5% से increase किया, 10% से decrease किया, 15% से increase किया. So they will say the overall change is nothing but 5 minus 10, which is minus 5, plus 15, which is what? 10. So लोग बोलते हैं कि ये सर आपका आंसर तो यहाँ पे ऐसा आना चाहिए, which is wrong, completely wrong. Because every time when you are saying 5% increase compared to the first year, then you got a new value. That new value is decreasing by 10%. Correct? If you do this way, that means you are keeping base same. You are keeping base same. That's not correct. Here percentage increase decrease, base will keep on changing. So let's see how to handle this sequential increase decrease question. It's very easy. You want to know what is the population after 3 years. So after 3 years मतलब आपका final population कितना होगा? See how is it is 1,44,000 increases by 5%. So if a value increases by percentage, what do? You multiply that by 100 plus that percent increase. Okay, this is what we have seen in which lecture? Third lecture, this one. Second year decreases by 10%. So again this value which you are getting here, ये value जो आपको मिला है ना, ये final value, this is again decreasing by 10%. So decrease by 10% में this value. अभी इसको calculation हम लोग last में करेंगे. We'll do the calculation at last. We need to decrease it by 10%. So multiply this value by what? 100 minus 10%. Okay. Now this entire value, ये पूरा जो value है, ये पूरा value, ये आपका second year के end में बना. Okay. Forget the calculation as I said we'll do at last. Now next year it is going to increase by 15%. So this entire value is again multiply by 100% plus 15%. Okay, that's how it is. All right. Yeah, I hope that's clear. 5% increase 100 plus 5, 10% decrease 100 minus 10, 15% increase 100 plus 15, and you're going to get the final answer. So now it's time for the calculation. So 1,44,000 is multiplied by 100 plus 5 is 105%. That is going to be multiplied by 100 minus 10. What is 100 minus 10? Correct. 90%, and that's going to multiply by 100 plus 15. What is that? 115%, and this is going to get me the answer, which is 156492. All right, I am leaving this calculation on you. As I said, this difficult calculation I leave on my students. Okay, yes, so you can simplify this, remove percentage sign, divide by 100, cancel zeros and do the multiplication. That's the answer which you are going to get. So I hope sequential increase decrease is also clear to you. Alright, so this is it in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. In next class we are going to discuss miscellaneous questions on percentage, so stay tuned. I will see you in the next lecture. Till then, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye bye.